athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
The Ravens at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing is Dolgala. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Gibson.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Let's go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 65 catch, 65 catch.
On first and 10, Perkins. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Off play action. Perkins rolling to his left.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Alert, alert.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Buffalo 18. Go.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And he'll just get rid of it. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to hold on fourth down. Now here's the Panthers
special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dolgala. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Operating for the gun. Perkins. Open man. Here's Schwartz complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys that get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye. And ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Especially early in the game like they have. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, again to Jones. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 26. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
On the ready. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Rangers. 19 Lions.
On 4th down, Perkins. Into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And they work this out past the 25.
Cowboy 80. Back to 60. Okay, we got to get this out. Street.
Now Dogala. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Allen Lazard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Extra point good by Taylor. Lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Mustang 19.
To throw on second down. Perkins. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Back to throw again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
On the
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
These guys be without his performance on the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Gibson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Perkins to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Perkins. Left side completion to Jones.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
Off the play fake. Perkins escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The goal most certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On third down, here's Dillon. And this play will be blown up. And lose yardage back at the 38.
18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19, 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
They're going to try and throw. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 50, trap 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter play. To throw is Perkins. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Ready,
So
ready.
they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Ready.
Throwing is Perkins. Touchdown! Aaron Jones from 6 yards away. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Throwing is Golgala. That's out to the flat for Gibson. That's a rolling over. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Gibson toss right. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now flags come in.
I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Once more, Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A give to Gibson running right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Now Perkins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamin Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, ready?
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Perkins able to find Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Mustang 19.
To throw on 3rd down. Perkins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it, and the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
Handoff running left to Gibson.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with the 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On third down, here's Jones. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
Yes, third and long, and a big run there. How about that? And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
This was a really close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, the offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.